Okay, hello, welcome back, and this is finishing Bronzed Earth. The last session we put the second coat of the blue on. Since then I put one more coat of the blue. I used the same exact mixture that I had mixed up before. I didn't change anything. I just used some of the exact glaze that I had, and I brought it up from the bottom. As you can see, there's a little bit here, and I left some of it cleared out up here. So I just put one more coat on. You can do it however you like, and build up the intensity as much as you like, but I'm at a good spot. So I've let it dry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work on the textured part on the top. And for that, again, we're using bronze and we're using some gold. Actually, I'm just using this Liquitex Basics Gold and the golden iridescent bronze. And I mix a little bit of that together and on my flat brush, just like I used before. And then all I do is I'm going to bring that down and see how it catches on the texture. So some spots are going to have a lot of the paint, some of them are just going to catch on the texture, and that's how we get that really cool effect with the texture and the paint. And I want to have this sort of a cascading look, so I just bring it kind of down like that. Get this on there. A little water on my brush. I'm using this paint layer 100% paint. I'm not mixing this with any glazes or gels or anything like that. Of course, you can, but this I want a really good coverage. And this again has both the gold and the bronze together. I just did sort of a loose mix on palette. So I'm getting some tones from both of those colors come through. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. You can turn your brush sideways and kind of pull it down like that so you don't get that sort of real flat square look. And then I'm going to manipulate this just a little more with a sponge, and I'll show you how I do that. Pulling this down. Sometimes the edges of the painting are the hardest to get the paint on because your brush naturally lifts up at the sides, so you kind of have to go back over it. Okay, so I'm bringing this down. I don't want it to be uniform, so I want it to be, you know, some areas higher, some areas a little lower down. And I have a damp sponge right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of remove it anywhere that I don't really want it quite so much, just in case. Kind of push it off a little bit. Soften any edges. And again, just use your sponge a little bit damp. You don't want too much water on there because that will just wash everything out. And this is just kind of manipulating it so I get the final effect that I really want. This has a little more over here than I want. Sometimes I end up taking paint off, putting it back on, taking it off, trying to get the exact look, but that's kind of just the beauty of it, I guess. Alright, so I'm almost done with this. Put a little more bronze up here. I really like how this is reading through with the blue. And of course, your painting will look a little different, and that is the beauty of original art. No two are quite exactly the same. If you want more bronze, more gold, that's up to you. If you want to bring it down further, that again is up to you. That's completely your option. I'm going to have it kind of cascade way down right here. And just put a little bit on this texture right here that we've got, just to kind of tie it all in. Soften any edges. Again, with my brush, just a real kind of soft movement, just kind of sweep it around. And that's about it. I'd say we're about done. I'm really happy with how that looks right now. So, this is, if you can see what it looks like in this area and get a good view. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it right side up. So that is what the painting is looking like. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I am going to put a coat of glaze on it, a real glossy coat, because I want this to have a nice glossy finish. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to display this particular painting. Since it is on canvas board and it's not really ready to hang as is on a canvas, I'm going to show you how I display it.